Welcome back to the show. Now, a lot of you thinking about getting on a bus this morning, heading off to work. I've got Brian Gould with me right now, and you're with the Transit Riders Union of Edmonton.
I am. Thanks.
And you guys are advocating, there's a couple of reports that came out Thursday, you're presenting them to council tomorrow, advocating extending bus service in our city. There's sort of two proposals right now. You guys ideally would like it to go for 24 hours a day, and the other option, sort of the compromise, I guess, would be till 3:30 in the morning. Tell us a little bit about your proposal.
Well, it's not our proposal. It's a Transportation Department report that was commissioned earlier on last year. And then someone said, well, why don't we look at 24 while we're doing it? We support the 24-hour proposal because not only does that catch the late night, whether it's people getting off shift or out at the bar seems to be another popular option, but it also catches people coming on shift in the morning, which is important. I was on the second train ever northbound here this morning, so I don't imagine many people here take transit.
We've talked about it many times on the show. No, it's something we would all willingly take, but we just don't have the option at the hour we travel. Now, it sounds great. I mean, no one's going to say, well, I don't want transit in my city, but the catch here, I guess, that will come up for council is the cost. To extend it for 24 hours a day, it's going to be $15 million.
Right.
Not insignificant.
Not insignificant, not too bad when you compare it to what we're already spending, though. I suppose it's more like 8% of the expenditures. Then you need to take into account things like the revenue that's going to bring in, not just the buses that are being run at late night, but also, I mean, if you're taking a bus home late at night, you're probably taking a bus elsewhere in the day, or you're more likely to become transit dependent. So there's gains all through the system that need to be taken into account.
Because that's one of the arguments as well, that even if it is accessible during the day, if someone can't get home at night, they're unlikely to take that transit out during the day and not be able to get home. The thing is, no one's arguing that. I mean, the system as it stands right now, though, a lot of people say, I am traveling within transit hours, and it just doesn't go where I need it to. The bus service is unreliable. I can't count on when it's going to show up. It's minus 30 outside. I can't wait for 40 minutes for my bus. Do you not think that the money would be better spent, in some instances, improving the daytime service so then we can go forward, or are we putting the cart before the horse a little bit here?
I think we should be planning to do both. We've got an opportunity to look at the whole system at the same time, and why can't we look at 24-hour while we're doing it? Okay,
so the compromise now 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
Who is this really servicing? Because when I think of that, I've heard a lot of arguments about people on White Ave, and it could cut down on, sort of some of the crime on White Ave because people would be able to get home. I'm thinking then it would be something of a booze cruise. I'm not sure I'd get on the bus at 3:30 in the morning. What about security and safety? And is it really worth almost $8 million to make sure that a bunch of people who are inebriated get home? Not that I'm not for getting home safely, but, really, let's face it, for actual shift workers, I still wouldn't be able to take the bus.
Right.
All I know is people who are getting out of the bar drunk at 2 o'clock in the morning would be getting home on the bus.
Well, it's been done in numerous other cities. Actually, virtually every other major city, you work your way down the list all the way to Hamilton. It still runs later than us. So they've dealt with these problems. Speaking from a bus driver, they're not so worried about running the shift late at night so much as they are the security throughout the day. So it's kind of an ongoing issue.
They're not as worried about 3:30 service as they would be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? I would imagine the 3:30 would be a little bit...
Right, but they're already running later hours up to, around midnight. So at that point, it's almost as bad. So there's security concerns throughout.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about, so council obviously is going to receive this, and of course we're going to have Don Iveson on in the next segment. Right. He actually did take the true challenge where he said, hey, try it out, see for yourselves. You think transit's fine, and as it's very clearly highlighted, it's not fine for them. What are some of the major issues that you think need to be fixed during the day that would help to sell this evening service?
Well, more frequent routes, one of the things, when you're running a late night route, you probably want it to be more efficient. So if they could straighten some of the routes that we've already got going on so that there was a reasonable, widely spaced network of routes. So then if the bus doesn't go right in front of your house, at least you're more likely to be able to walk a reasonable distance and then still be able to jump on.
Okay. And of course we have to sell it to taxpayers as well, because when we look at the 24-hour service, if it's going to cost $15 million, and there's about, according to the estimates right now, about 2,000 people that would ride it, that'd work out to about 7,500 people, $7,500 per person per year. I went onto a limo website and found out it was $65 an hour and figured that all those people could take a limo home for 115 nights out of the year. So that's going to be a tough sell to a lot of other people.
Well, again, 2,000 riders during the night period, then there's the other benefits. But as well, it's the social cost of this issue. Most of these people can't afford cabs, and that's what we've been hearing over and over. The quotes just stick in your head. I'm paying $600 a month, and it's killing me.
Yeah.
I don't mind leaving ridiculously early if I get to put food on my table that day, over and
the
over.
cabs just aren't available.
That as well, yes. But.
Yeah. All right. Well, this will be interesting. We're definitely going to check in with you again because we definitely need improved transit in the city and one of these proposals, and we'll see how it goes. We'll be talking to Don Iveson in the next segment to see how his journey went on transit as he took the True Challenge. If you'd like to learn more, www.true.apirg.org for more information. Brian Gould, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank
Great
you for
to
having
see
me.
you. All right. I'm going to throw it over to the kitchen right now. My friends are standing by.
Thanks very much.